This is Sunday the 14th of February 2021. This is Valentine's Day, and it's also the 14th birthday of ELUSIVE Pimpernel, the half-brother to Palavicini. You might know that I've already done a video for Palavicini, ELUSIVE Pimpernel's half-brother. This is the brother Palavicini. Now this is his 14th birthday today, and as you know, he's also the largest stallion at the Irish National Stud. He's 17 hands tall, and we got introduced to him in 2017. So we know him exactly 4 years now this month. We know him we got introduced to the horses on the 12th of February. So it's over 4 years now that we know the horses, including ELUSIVE. And apparently we met up with some guy. He worked in the business. I think it was 2019. The stables. He wanted to. We have to meet up with people. Some people who work in the business who are used to work in the business. Former trainers or former business people or former horse owners or people who used to work in the horse business or used to work with horses. And there's this gentleman, I can't remember who it was, but apparently he told us that ELUSIVE Pimpernel was also a national hunt jumper as well as flat. And we always assumed that he's only a flat racer, but apparently he did both. He did both jump and flat. And I could never understand why that was the fact why he did that, because I never thought of it. I didn't think stallions would be able to do that, or he wasn't a stallion then, was he? I didn't think male horses would be able to jump if they weren't gelded. You see, he wasn't gelded at the time when he was jumping. I thought they'd have to be gelded if they were going to be doing national hunt, but he wasn't gelded at the time. Because I thought if they weren't gelded doing national hunt, I thought they would have been in danger of hurting themselves or injuring themselves. But he wasn't gelded at all, and so he did both flat and jump. And Liam and I were both surprised to the fact that he did both. And he's the only stallion of all the stallions there that did both. All the rest of them did flat. And he's and he was also the lowest stud fee of all of the stallions as well. When we first came, he was €1,000. He was €1,000 till I think it was till 2019. I think it was, or I think it was 2019. He went up to 2000. I think he went up to 3,000. He went up to 3,000 in 2019. Before that, he was only 1,000. His fee never went up. His fee never went up until I think it was 2019, or was it 2000? I think it was 2000. I can't remember, but it was more recent that his fee only went up to 3,000. I think it was last year. His fee went up to 3,000, and that was the first time. That I saw his fee go up. I think it was last year. No, I think it was 2019. I think it's 2019. His fee went up to 3,000, and so I was actually quite shocked. Liam was quite shocked as well. We were both shocked. We thought his fee would never go up, and he's doing better with the covers more than the wins. He's had a win today. Funny enough, on his actual birthday, he had another win today, and on his actual birthday, which was actually quite nice. Apparently the Irish National Studs have never wished him happy birthday. They never left a birthday message for him, which I was quite surprised about. But this is a photograph of him now in his paddock. This is I'm not too sure how old this is. None of these photographs, believe it or not, the photographs that I have online of any of the horses at the stud. There's no dates on them, so this is very recent. This is another one of them now in his paddock. Yeah. This is the beautiful one now. This is really like real action-packed one of them here now. I've only got 14 photographs of Elusive, unfortunately, folks. I'm sorry about that. I don't have that many. This is a great shot of him now. This is really this is a very close up shot. A very close up shot. And you can see his face. He's a very broad face, real wide, broad face. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. You have to go up close to him to see the size of him. He's absolutely massive. He's huge. He's 17 hands tall. He's the largest stallion of all of them. He's massive. You can see his face is really broad. Compared to all the other horses, his face is very wide. The rest of the horses' faces, they're narrow. They're very narrow. His face is very broad, very wide face. You know, he's very wide face. He's very, very wide face. He's very broad, and he's quite a giant. I call him the giant. Liam calls him the monster. I call him the giant. He's absolutely massive. He's bloody huge. Just a ginormous horse. Ginormous. There's another one here. This is his old poster. This is a picture from his very first poster. Well, the first poster that we saw back in 2017. This was the picture that was on his poster back in 2017. This is his very old profile picture. This is from the posters that had the white background, and they used to have their posters with white background on them. The very old posters. It had a white background on them. This was the very first picture. This is the very first poster image that we saw when we first came to the stud. This one here. It's a very old shot. This is this was at least 4 years old, over 4 years old, that picture. There's another one here now. You never guess that they were brothers, Elusive and Palvicini. You know, Palvicini is brown. That's Palvicini up there on the top left on my wall there. That's Palvicini, that's Elusive Pimpernel. Look at the two of them. You never guess that they were related. You can see that yourself. Look, Palvicini is a dark brown bay, you know. Elusive Pimpernel's colour is bay brown. They call it bay brown. But you can see yourself, he looks more like a black. He looks more black than brown. He looks more black. He looks more jet black, to be honest with you. It should really say black in his door, not bay brown. He looks more like black than anything else. He's really dark. He's very, very dark. He's a lot darker than his brother. That's his brother up there, the top left, with the spot on his forehead. It's Palvicini up there. And you can see Palvicini is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very close to Palvicini. I'm very, very fond of Palvicini. And this Pimpernel, he can be sociable at times, and other times he wouldn't be that sociable. He'd be more wanting to eat his grass. You know, want to eat his grass, you know, had time to himself, had this good time to like alone time, or other times he just go to sleep, he'd have a sleep, he'd go to sleep, or he'd just graze mainly. But another time I do get a hello. I get an odd hello from him every now and then. But I get more hellos from him and his brother mainly at the stables. And the more sociable at the stables, they usually come to the door more. They usually come to the door quite a lot at the stables. I get hello from them at the stables. And that's the only stables is the only area that you're a lot closer to the stallions because you can touch them. This is the only area at the stud that you could actually touch the stallions is at the stables. You could touch their noses. You're going to get the tip of their nose. So that's the only way that you can get close to the stallions is at the stables because you can touch the tip of their nose because you can't reach them in the paddocks because in the paddocks at their double see the stallion paddocks are double fenced. See the stallion paddocks and the fences are double fenced. You see they're double fenced and the stallions are very far away from you and you can't reach them. You see the stallions are very territorial. They're territorial and if they're put into one field, if they're in a field together, they're trying to fight. They're trying to fight, so they have to be separate paddocks and they have to be double fenced and stuff like that. They have to be far away from each other. I always say fight, because their stallions are very highly strung. They're very high strung horses, stallions, they're very high strung, so they need to be separate from each other. And so the stables is the only area that I can get close to them. Is I can tip their noses as far as I can get. As close as I can get to them is the tip of the nose at the stables. But he's a beautiful horse, as you can see, but he's massive. There's a lovely one here now. You can see the size of him, he's pretty huge. He's absolutely massive. There's a great action packed here now of him running. He's galloping, he's galloping or running here. It's a great action packed picture from here now. It's a great shot here too. I love this photograph here now. This is probably one of my favourite photographs. This is on his new poster in the paddocks now. This is his brand new poster now in the stallion paddocks. Well, it was on his poster last year. This was on his poster last year in the stallion paddocks. This is a more recent photograph of him, and this was on his poster last year in stallion paddocks. This picture here, it's probably my favourite pictures here. This one, and I think it's quite sexy. Actually quite sexy photograph. It's actually a great pose. It's actually a great pose. Apparently, it's pity, but the part of his face is slightly cut off there. His right eye is slightly cut off there. Slightly cut off there. In the picture, there's a bit of a bad picture there. This face is kind of slightly cut off in the shot there. There's another one here now. This is obviously one of the stallion trails. Must be a recent stallion trail because the man's wearing a free eagle jackets. They all came recently. They're only brand new, recent jackets. Those there must be a recent stallion trail. There must be like the last year, 2 years ago, or something like that. Last year, 2 years ago, 2019 or something like that. It's ELUSIVE PIMPERNEL there on show with one of the staff. I can't make him out from his back, but I can't make him out now from his back. I don't think it's Harry anyway. And such a man. I can't really make him out at all. I think that is at the back from the back end. But he's a beautiful horse, as you can see. Elusive. Quite big. You can see the size of him. You can see yourself how big he is. He's huge. This is Paul Croak. This is him leading him up now, walking him up in the paddocks. This is him walking him up now in the paddocks. This is the old look. This is the old look stallion paddocks now. This is before they all changed it. Now they've all changed them. They've changed the paddocks now. They're all these brand new fences now with all netting on it and everything else now. This is the way it used to look before they changed it. You know, they put all these brand new fences now. This is a great shot. Now this is Michael Kelly. Well, they called him Daffer, but he's not there anymore now. He's now since retired. He's now retired a year last month. He's a year retired now last month. He retired last January. But he stayed in the stud till the end of June last year to stayed until the end of the students' course for the end of June last year. But he was officially retired in June 2020. But he stayed till the end of June. So it's a year. So it's a year and a month retired now. He'll be a year and a month at the end of this month, and retired, officially retired from the stud. So, and that's him walking Elusive Pimpernel now, in the old look paddocks. Before it was changed. This is the last photograph, unfortunately, now of Elusive I have. This is similar to the stables. I can't see who the handler is there. I can't see because Elusive is unfortunately blocking him there because he's so tall. He's kind of blocking the handler. I can only see the tip of his head. I can't really see who it is. Now, I'm going to see if I can find some footage of him on YouTube. It's very doubtful I will find anything, but I'll do my best. I might see some of his races. I might see if I can find something of him on the Irish National Stud, some of his, maybe his profile photo, video or something like that. I have to key in his name, so it'll take a few minutes to get his name in first into the search bar. Because he has a very long name, as you know, so it'll take a few minutes to get his name into the search bar, and then I'll look to see if I can find anything interesting for you. Take a while because he's got a very long name, as you know. And you know, a pimpernel is actually a plant, by the way. In case you wonder what pimpernel is, it's a plant. And elusive means hard to find, by the way. In case you wonder what the name means. Elusive means hard to find, and pimpernel is the name of a plant or a flower. That's the meaning of his name. That's the meaning of Elusive Pimpernel's name. Elusive, hard to find. Pimpernel is a plant or a flower. So that's the meaning of Elusive Pimpernel. I'm sure you've heard of I'm sure you've heard of Scarlet Pimpernel. I'm sure you've heard of that Scarlet Pimpernel. That's a very famous name. Famous flower. Oh, sorry. I forgot to put the first part of his name in. Forgot to put the first part of his name in. I'll put Pimpernel first. Let's put elusive in. Let's put the first part of his name. Let's put Pimpernel first. It's elusive. I'm not thinking straight. It's not surprising. It's this coronavirus and my mind's all thinking straight and my mind's all over the place. It's making it all confusing. No, here we are. Sorry about that. I was putting Pimpernel first, and I should have been putting elusive first, not Pimpernel. Elusive. Sorry, that's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Sorry, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, isn't it? Pimpernel. Now we get Pimpernel in there. Sorry about this, folks. Pimpernel. Ah, damn it. Sorry. I thought I put I in there. I thought I put I in there. No, I had searched up Elusive Pimpernel before on YouTube, and I came up with the wrong horse. Apparently, it was another horse with the same name, and as you know, it's illegal to have other horses with the same name as another horse. It's illegal to have the same name as another horse, two horses with the same name. It's illegal to name a horse after another race horse, another famous horse, and apparently, so there's another horse called Elusive Pimpernel, and it wasn't our Elusive Pimpernel, it was another horse but the same name, and it's against the law to name a horse after another one. So this is see the brown one there. That's not our Elusive Pimpernel. See, that's what I'm saying. There's another horse with the same name, and it's nothing to do with us at all. There's nothing to do with us. The black one is ours. See, the black one there in the centre is ours. And there's not. See that brown one there? That's not ours either. I think this is. I'm not even sure if this is ours either.